Here you can see the water sprite in this 10-gallon bedroom shrimp colony is doing good and bad. In the center, there are some leaves that are turning yellow and brown, but to the right, one or two very healthy water sprite plants. I've added more dwarf pennywort to the tank. And also dwarf Sagittaria to help fill in the bare substrate of coal dust. I've never had any success with carpeting plants in a tank without injected CO2. I think plants like Monte Carlo tend to need that. I've also heard that carpeting plants tend to trap lots of particles, detritus, and so forth. Might tend to create a lot of methane if there's too much detritus trapped about the carpet. But my hobby is all about what you can do with a low-tech type setup. I've discontinued using heaters for the most part. There are a few species I keep that demand a heater, but I really prefer to aquascape with subtropical species like white cloud mountain minnow and Neocaridina davidi shrimp. Most of the aquatic plants that I've been able to get locally prefer cooler water anyway. And heaters, well, they're expensive to purchase, expensive to run. They tend to fail, usually in the off position, but sometimes in the on position, which can endanger your plants and pets. In addition, it's extremely difficult to hide a heater in an aquascape. I'd like the look of the tank to be as natural as possible. The left side of the tank is looking quite nice. The Pogostemon stellata, or octopus as it's called, tends to blend in with the guppy grass. And they've almost completely hidden the Hygrophila corymbosa dwarf, but I've found that these plants tend to do better, at least in this scape, with the light at least partially obscured. So they're doing fine there on the left. I've added a few more of the best cherry shrimp I could sort from my last 10-gallon Neocaridina colony. I was going to add a small shrimp that, well, I wasn't really sure if it was a male or a female. If it was a female, it was a young one and didn't have very good color. But I decided to just stick with this small male in the center. He can inseminate the females if they aren't already inseminated. One of the females I added to this scape was buried when I added her, but as yet I haven't noticed any shrimplets. Brazilian pennywort continues to do very well in this tank. It does grow very quickly. It also gets rather large, so I'm enjoying adding it to my largest setup. The hornwort, also known as coontail, specifically Ceratophyllum demersum, is turning brown. I'm not very happy with how it's done in the tank. It did come free with some plants that I purchased. I'm not sure, perhaps other plants in this tank are exuding chemicals that are detrimental to it. "24 hours after a small water change and a trim of the Brazilian pennywort, hornwort, and guppy grass on the right, I have a nice open area on the right for the white cloud minnows to swim.